Hi everyone. Today we'll quickly see the languages of India, or the spoken languages in India. Till now we have done the tribal languages also, so we'll not go to this because that are specifically for tribes. Now we are going to study it for the whole India. Huh? Okay, let me just give a okay. The writings during the entire era of history have been reflected in the culture, lifestyle, and quality of the contemporary society. Cause जिस तरह से लिखा जाता है वो बहुत अच्छे से इवॉल्व हुआ है, ठीक है? कैसे वो लिखा जाता था, कौन सी भाषा थी, सोशली लाइफ़स्टाइल चेंज हुआ, लोगों का पॉलिटिकली चेंज हुआ, कल्चरल वे में चेंज हुआ। तो क्या हुआ कि ईच कल्चर की अपनी देखो, इंडिया इज़ अ हेड ऑफ कल्चर्स ऑफ कोर्स। बहुत सारे कल्चर्स यहाँ फॉलो होते हैं, बहुत सारे ट्रेडिशंस यहाँ फॉलो होते हैं। यू कैन जस्ट गेट एन आइडिया फ्रॉम दिस कि अगर डिफरेंट कल्चर हो सकते हैं तो उनकी डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस भी हो सकती हैं, दे इवॉल्व विद डिफरेंट एक कॉमन के डिफरेंट डायलेक्ट भी हो सकते हैं, किसी तरह बोला जा सकता है उसको, ठीक है? So this enormous base of literature provides a glimpse of the evolution of the each of its languages and cultures in the span of centuries. Now coming to this, a language. What is a language? Language family includes a individual languages related through a common ancestor that existed before the recorded history. लैंग्वेज फैमिली इज़ नथिंग बेसिकली एंसेस्ट्रल लैंग्वेज और रिकॉर्डेड हिस्ट्री से पहले की लैंग्वेज है, ठीक है? डायलैक्ट उसी लैंग्वेज के जैसे कोई लैंग्वेज है, फॉर एग्जांपल आई जस्ट गिव एन एग्जांपल है ब्रज अवधी हरियाणवी, तो दिस इज अ डायलैक्ट ऑफ हिंदी। हिंदी के अंदर इस तीनों के तीनों होते हैं, ठीक है? Okay, let us just go with the classification. In the last few lectures, I guess the tribal languages we have also seen this one. Sino-Tibetan we have not seen, Negroids we have seen, and Austro-Austric we have seen. So we'll just, if you want to get these one in details, you can go. But Indo-Aryan will go in detail because हम older, middle और modern Indo-Aryan में जाएंगे. And Sino-Tibetan will go into this also. So let us just go into the Indo-Aryan group of languages. It is a branch of the larger Indo-European family. It comes in Indo-European, Indo-Iranian. So काइंड ऑफ वहाँ से आई है लैंग्वेजेस ये, ठीक है? Of course, the Indo-European languages are a language family native to the overwhelming majority of Europe, the Iranian plateau and the northern Indian subcontinent. It is the largest language group in India. More than 70% लोग इसको speak करते हैं, ठीक है, Indo-Aryan language को. So this language group is further divided. So I have told you old Indo-Aryan. Then we have this middle and the modern one. So let us just dig into that. This group had its development around 1500 BC. संस्कृत यहाँ से निकली है, ठीक है? It was very important to know. जो हमारे वेदांत में यूज हुई है, ठीक है? That was उपनिषद में, पुराणास में, that धर्म सूत्रास में वो संस्कृत में लिखे जाए हैं, संस्कृत में लिखे गए हैं. Sanskrit was evolved from here. Can we say that Sanskrit is the mother of many Indian languages? Yes, true. An understanding of the diversity and richness of our culture has been made possible because of the development of Sanskrit language. देखो, you need a medium to speak. Yes, you need medium to speak. So that's why language comes into play. So to understand the things, if there is a rock, how do you define this rock? How do you define the uses of this rock? When you have to extract something, so this will depend on the language. Now, basic is the language. If you know, okay, it is the most ancient language of India and one of the 22 scheduled languages. So we'll talk about this later. What is it? Okay, there are 22 scheduled languages right now in the Indian Constitution. Okay, so in the 8th schedule, of course, we'll talk about the article also later. क्लासिकल संस्कृत ग्रामर अगर आपको देखें तो हम इफ यू गो बैक अष्टाध्यायी जो ओल्डेस्ट बुक है संस्कृत ग्रामर की, उसमें लिखा ये जो पाणिनि है 400 BC में इन्होंने बेसिकली डेवलपमेंट की थी ग्रामर की, संस्कृत ग्रामर की, ठीक है? सो व्हेन यू स्टडी इंग्लिश यू हैव अ ग्रामर अलग से, व्हेन यू स्टडी संस्कृत यू हैव अ ग्रामर अलग से. सो दैट इज थिंग कि यहाँ से आप ग्रामर इज द बेसिक ऑफ लाइक हाउ यू विल कंबाइन द वर्ड्स, how to use, how to make sentences, where what when to use, you know, that kind of things. Some of the Buddhist literature are belonging to the Mahayana and Hinaya school. We have done the school of architecture and also, so you can go back and just go through them. So संस्कृत लैंग्वेज में लिखे गए हैं वो भी कुछ इनके लिटरेचर्स हैं. द बुक महावस्तु ऑफ द हिनन्या स्कूल इज अ ट्रेजिक ट्रूप ऑफ द स्टोरीज एंड written in the mix of Sanskrit, Pali and Prakrit. So these are some another languages, Pali and Prakrit. So we'll not talk about right now. We'll not talk about that. हम जाएंगे इन दोनों में. ललित विस्तार सूत्र, the most sacred Mahayana text, and which is Ashwagosha Buddha Charita was also written in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the only language that transcends the barrier of region and the boundaries. From the north to south and from east to west, there is no region in India that has no contribution to it, of course. So we'll see the what are the literatures later. What are Sanskrit literatures? So in South India, the Chibralu inscriptions of Satyavahana king Vijay is also earliest datable Sanskrit inscription. So many of them are in Sanskrit, of course. However, it was Gupta period during this, which the use of Sanskrit is in poetry can be true. So till now, what we have studied ki the Sanskrit language that was only used in the literature, etc. But in the Gupta period, we are noted that the Sanskrit has like Sanskrit language is used in poetrical sense. No? Okay. Okay. This Gupta period is basically a period of creation of pure literature. Okay. So that is used in the Mahakavyas, the epics, and the semi-epics, Khandakavyas. Okay. In the field of Sanskrit literature, this period is known as a period of unique creation because of the variety of literary works that developed at that time. Another important aspect of the period is regard to the oral style of literary work. Many of the plays developed during the Gupta period are also written in the Sanskrit. जो प्लेस भी रिटर्न किए जा रहे हैं जो हम अभी देख रहे थे कि बेसिकली जो पोइम्स लिखी जा रही थी. It is to be noted that one of the features of these plays was the use of Sanskrit language by the characters of high Varna and the use of Prakrit language by women and Shudras. So means it's basically says कि higher Varna are that the classification. I don't know, I don't believe in, but of course if it is there, that is we should respect it whatever it is. I am completely against it. So higher Varna means two of the higher Varnas using top of the stack persons are using that link Sanskrit language. Another Prakrit language is used by the women, the Shudras. Okay, Middle Indo-Aryan language. The period of development of subgroup. So this is a subgroup of Indo-Aryan language comes under 600 BC 2000 AD, and it started with the development of Prakrit language. Now Prakrit language is starting to develop. It is there, but it is not developed too much. Okay. Prakriti is understood as being natural, original, and casual, and was used as a common tongue without any strict rules of usage. Okay, Sanskrit has a proper dialect or proper usage. Na? You have to talk. You have to say dog, so you have a specific word for that. But in Prakrit language, it is like It is easy to pronounce the things. Uh, Not a strict word for specific thing. You can just means the main thing is that Prakrit has something like if you say the word, the people will understand what is it. If you just change the pronunciation little bit, people will understand. But if in Sanskrit you will change the pronunciation from this to this, the people will interpret these as two words. Okay. Prakriti basically broader term means it is like it is a clubbing of 3 to 4 languages. Basically बहुत सारे लैंग्वेज का क्लब था. बेसिकली तीन मेंशन किए गए हैं, अर्थमगधी, पाली एंड अपभ्रंश. ठीक है. सो बहुत सारी का था. बेसिकली इन तीनों का यूज किया जाता है. ठीक है. Okay. Prakrit was associated with the common people. On the other hand, Sanskrit was orthodox. uh, तो मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ अपर वर्णाज यूज किए जाते थे. एलिट्स these ones. The writing of text in Prakrit was relatively a late development as compared to Sanskrit, of course. So Prakrit and other Magadhi languages are used in the Jain Agamas. So Jain text में भी use की गई है. It is important to note that the period of transition from one language or dialect to another was a slow and cannot be separated into strict chronological period. So एक लैंग्वेज ट्रांजिशन से दूसरी लैंग्वेज ट्रांजेक्शन, ठीक है. संस्कृत से प्रकृत में जाने का समय इज अ स्लो. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नॉट अ ड्रास्टिक चेंज कि आपको दिख जाए, ठीक है. ओके. तो क्रोनोलॉजिकल पीरियड ये नहीं बता सकते आप कि ये कब स्टार्ट हुई थी, ये कब स्टार्ट हुई थी. संस्कृत ज़्यादा थी लेकिन प्रकृत भी उस समय थी, पाली भी थी, ठीक है. Somehow the ratio changes and Prakrit becomes important at that time. Okay, Prakrit have some Pali language, Magadhi or Ardha Magadhi. Yeah, so hard say. Okay, let's dig into the Pali. It is widely spoken in the Magadha. Okay, it was popular during the 5th to the 1st century BC. According to some scholars, Pali originated either in Ujjain or Taxila but spreads across the Vindhyas and into northeastern regions. It was closely related to Sanskrit, and the text in Pali were generally written in the Brahmi script. So we'll do Brahmi later. I'll just make sure कि we'll see in detail कि Brahmi Southern Brahmi Northern Brahmi क्या थी. तो उसके लिए हम अभी इतनी स्ट्रिक्ट करेंगे. तो यू जस्ट रिमेंबर कि nowadays we have Hindi, so the script is Devanagari. So at that time, if it is Prakrit, the script is Brahmi. Right now, you will just remember that. The Tripitaka of Buddhism were also written in Pali. It was served as a lingua franca of the Theravada Buddhism. Okay, it is believed that Buddha himself did not speak Pali but delivered his preachings in the Ardha Magadhi language. जो हम देखने वाले हैं अभी. Magadhi Prakrit और Ardha Magadhi is the most important kind of Prakrit. Its literary use increased after the decline of Sanskrit and Pali. Buddha and Mahavira perhaps coped the Ardhamagadhi. It was the court language of a few Mahajanapadas as well as the Mauryan dynasty. So several Jain texts and the Trocadix of Ashoka were also written in Ardhamagadhi. It later evolved into many languages of Eastern India such as Bengali, Assamese, Odia, and the Maithili and the Bhojpuri. सो हार से नहीं, अब बेसिकली ड्रामेटिक लैंग्वेज. इसमें ड्रामास लिखे जाते थे. सो दैट्स वाई ड्रामेटिक, इट्स अ ड्रामेटिक प्रकृति यू कैन से. प्रोसीजर ऑफ द नॉर्थ इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस, जैन मॉन्क्स जो थे वो यूज़ करते थे इस लैंग्वेज को राइटिंग में. दिगंबरा जैन्स का ओल्डेस्ट जो टेक्स्ट फॉर्म है, ठीक है, टेक्स्ट एनी डॉक्यूमेंट, ठीक है, शतखंड गमा विच इज इन सारासेनी. ओके. Maharashtrian Prakrit. This was spoken, so basically until the 9th century it was spoken, the cedar of the Marathi and Konkani language. Western and Southern India, it was the official language of Satvahana dynasty, very important again. Several dramas were written in the language such as Gahakosha by King Hala and Godavahu, ठीक है, King of Godava by Vakapati. Elu is a basically Elu is a ancient form of Sinhala language. श्रीलंका में यूज की जाती थी. पैशाची लैंग्वेज, भूत भाषा बेसिकली. इट इज लाइक an important dialect. It is basically dead language, ठीक है. So we'll see ना इसमें यूज हुआ है किसी. We'll discuss it later because next lecture we have to discuss some language that uses this language, Paishachi language. So that's why we'll just do the things. अपर ब्रह्म से जो लास्ट लैंग्वेज थी in this Dravidian, the development of Upper Brahmasa, which is corrupt or non-grammatical, took place in 6th and 7th century AD. Umbrella term to refer to dialects other than Sanskrit or even Prakrit. So it is basically dialects of other than Sanskrit or even Prakrit. ना संस्कृत और प्रकृत के अलावा जो भी डायलेक्ट से अदर डायलेक्ट्स के अंदर ये आती थी, ठीक है. कम्स अंडर कॉज ये आपका मिडल से मॉडर्न, बिकॉज हम बढ़ क्या रहे हैं, व्हाट वी आर स्टडिंग इज द मिडल. ओल्ड एंशियंट हम पढ़ चुके, देन वी हैव द मिडल वन, देन मिडल से जो मॉडर्न में ट्रांसफर हुआ था उसकी लास्ट में ये भाषा थी, ठीक है. ओके. Okay, not important. तो मेजर वर्क्स इंक्लूड पुष्पेंद्र, पुष्पदंतास, महापुराण, दिगंबरा, जैन टेक्स्ट हम देख चुके हैं। धनपाला जो भावैश्य कहा, ठीक है, so this is Pali alphabets and Prakrit alphabets. When we come to the modern language, so Rajasthani, Sindhi, Odia, Urdu, whatever we are talking or speaking right now in whole over India, that's our modern. Okay, Bengali language movement. So after the partition, what happened that in the East Pakistan, what is Bangladesh or Bengal right now, so वहाँ पे क्या था, बंगाली पीपल्स आ गए थे, तो वहाँ पे जो भी काम था वो उर्दू में हो रहा था, बिकॉज पाकिस्तान में उर्दू यूज़ हो रही थी, तो ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में भी उर्दू ही यूज़ हो रही थी एज अ ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज। तो वहाँ बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही थी, ठीक है। तो धीरेन्द्र नाथ दत्ता ने एक प्रोटेस्ट करा, वॉइस करी ईस्ट पाकिस्तान की असेंबली में, ठीक है जी, हमें अपनी बंगाल भाषा दे दो, ठीक है। तो बहुत सारे 21 फरवरी 1952 क्या हुआ कि बहुत सारी ओपन फायर्स हुए वगैरह वगैरह, ठीक है, ताकि हम मदर टंग बंगाली बोलने का मतलब दिया जाए, ठीक है, यूज़ ऑफ बंगाली होनी चाहिए। बहुत कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हुए, बिकॉज 1947-48 के बाद ये स्टार्ट हो गए थे, एंड ऑफिशियल स्टेटस मिला है इसको 1956 में जाके बंगाली लैंग्वेज। यूनेस्को में इंटरनेशनल मदर लैंग्वेज डे 21 फरवरी, इंटरनेशनल ईयर ऑफ लैंग्वेज अगर पूछा जाए तो 2008, वेरी इजी। Moving to the Dravidian one, now we have done the Indo-Aryans group of languages, now we'll move to the Dravidian ones.